Okay, so this week I'm really wanting to knock the Porsche GT3 RS off the top of the leaderboard basically, so I've brought in some heavy hitters. I've just gone and bought the Lamborghini Aventador SV LP 500 for whatever it is. And if that can't do the job, my second car, which is a bit of a wild card, it's a bit unknown, but if you know about it, you know about it, and that's the Noble M600, and that's meant to be a pretty wild car, and it's meant to be very, very fast. It's a bit like the Porsche, and it's a bit not too techy. It's just a bit raw. What you see is what you get. So if the Lamborghini can't do it, I'm hoping the Noble can. Okay, I'm back to today's car that we'll be racing, and that's the Lamborghini Aventador SV, or Super Volante, which means super light in Italian, I think. Lovely blue colour. The main things about this car which is worth pointing out is it's 6.5 naturally aspirated V12. It's also got 4-wheel drive. It's got 740 brake horsepower, over 500 pound-feet of torque. It's mid-engine. It's got all the good stuff. It's got 7-speed. Yeah, let's just get into it. So here we are in the Lamborghini Aventador SV, and the first thing that's noticeable in this car is just how stable it is, and that's obviously because of the all-wheel drive. It's super fast out the corners, but also throughout the entire turn it's just very easy to maneuver, and I'm not sure if that's some kind of electronic system in there, I'm not sure, but what would have took a car off track normally in normal circumstances, the Lamborghini will stay on track. It just sticks, and that doesn't matter if the car's kind of coming loose or what, no matter what speed. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but the car is definitely doing something to keep you on track. That's one thing I did like about it. Obviously it's got 750 horsepower, so down the straights it's ultra fast. It's also got really good brakes as well, so across all the board it's a good car. And yeah, I think it's definitely in with a shot of getting the top time on the leaderboard. With that said, let's go over and just start the hot lap. Okay, I'm past the line, and here we go. And as you can see, the brakes coming from 150 miles an hour straight down to 60, 70ish, and sticking like glue on this first corner and into the left-hander. You can still see that it's very tight. And yeah, okay, all sports cars should be able to turn and corner, but the thing is, when you get to supercars like this Aventador, they have such a wide footprint. The wheelbase is so wide that actually takes away from the nimbleness of the car, so you can't really expect to be as quick through the corners as something that's a lot smaller. It's just physics at play. But obviously the Lamborghini still does a good job. So we're getting to the end of the lap now, and let's see what time we get. And there we go, we've got 54.0, so bang on 54 seconds. Still, even with 750 horsepower, it's not beating that GT3 RS. It's also not beating the Ferrari neither. So, wow, yeah. Although it was a mighty god of a car, the Aventador is still falling short. So, as we look at the leaderboard, this is the Class S leaderboard. We've got the 911 GT3 RS at the top, and we've got the Lamborghini Aventador second place there with 54 seconds. Let's go over to the overall leaderboard. And yeah, overall the Aventador came third. Not a bad time at all, that 54. I did think it was going to get the top time, if I'm honest. I thought it might have got maybe a 52. Just because it had so much of a power advantage. It had basically just short of 250 horsepower over the Porsche, but it just goes to show Porsche they just have it dialed in, don't they, with the GT3 RS, and they always do. Every generation just seems to do more than the numbers suggest, and I think that's the main thing about Porsche. And I think if you try and buy one of these cars now, the inflation on the price is so much because of that very reason. So hats off to Porsche, well done to Pagani in second place, and obviously the Ferrari 488. I don't think it's fair to compare the Ferrari against this Lamborghini because it's a completely different type of car. What we really need to do is get a V12 Ferrari out to go against the Lamborghini Aventador. So if that's the F12 or whatever it may be, I think that will be the right Ferrari to take on the Lamborghini. But for now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I do have a second car, and it's a bit of a wild card. I don't know what to expect. The Noble M600, I do know when it was released everybody was overwhelmed with its performance. It's in S-Class just like all the well, the Pagani's not in S-Class. The Pagani is actually in Class R, which means that it's a class higher than the Porsche, but it's still beaten by the Porsche. But at the moment we're kind of dabbling in Class S, so the Noble is Class S is what I'm saying. So we'll see how that goes next week. If you've enjoyed the episode, please do like and subscribe. Press the bell button as well, and then the episode will get straight to you as soon as I post them. Check out the playlist on the Hotlapper YouTube channel. It's got all the cars that you see here, and you can watch all the hot laps and what I think about them. So until next time, thank you and goodbye.